7-yard line.
16 minute block. I just want to rock. I just want to I just want to rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't on my side.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
On the play.
Hey, look at this Baltimore defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 44. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Shuck.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Saints are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Overseas, you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
To throw a shot. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
It's now third.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Shuck now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Play action. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And now we're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Saints 3.
After the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
it's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. Shreds him with a stiff arm. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
His kick is
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Saints 3. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. On target to his man, Likely. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Shuck.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Now a timeout as they tend to the injured player, and not the man they would want to see. That's Chris Olave getting medical attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 10. Strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It's a gain
And a
of
solid
16
job
yards.
using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Getting home that time to Marvy and Overshown.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now,
they put under pressure, and they got to him again. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because
he couldn't get rid of it. It winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
it almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Henry up the middle. The 20. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 6-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21, Saints 3. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup or 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. To throw now, Shuck. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Well, Lamar Jackson, I mean, he is just a ticking time bomb when he has got the football in his hands, and he explodes, Charles, for a big one there.
So there was the boom, huh? Because that's exactly what happened, right? And you can be in the right spot against him, and not necessarily make the play. His talent is so good, and his ability to shift and move on a dime.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point safely through. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll throw now on the final play.
And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We saw this franchise do this back in the 09 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Jackson. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Complete to Likely.
A gain of 5. And that's going to set up the top 3rd and 9.
There wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Shuck. And he is caught. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And that's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
From the shotgun, it's Shuck.
Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Saints use the short field to get in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked to his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized, and they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now he's into the clear again. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 39 yards. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Saints 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From the gun, Shuck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6. That's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Baltimore. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens just continue to roll. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Saints 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete.
The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. For a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
All right. Go ahead. Right in on the ball. Right in on the ball. Sit hot. Hey, Ozzy. Sit hot. Ready. Press it up. Press it up.
Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got it. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there, with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Ravens get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin to drive at the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun here, Shuck. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's good.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked, either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Tyler Shuck, 49 yards. And the Saints are able to at least get one score back. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way down to the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right in midfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Another 3-0.
The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A nice return of 12 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just floated from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. And the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Switch. Here we go. Panther 60.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Here's a diving catch right side. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
So this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Neal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devin Neal, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And it's blocked. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 12. This time Jackson will throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Baltimore.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throw caught by Flowers. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Luke now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 56, Saints 23. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they would. There he goes, right side. Still going. Inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Carlson now to add the extra point. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 93 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Baltimore.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box, they need to add more people.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Tyler Luke to kick
the touchdown. Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
We go from sorry inside to ready to grab up to get to the front. I want the money to pass, the food at the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Baltimore, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.